Hi everyone, this is Sagar Shah and I am at a very special place in Amsterdam, Netherlands. You see, it just looks like a very normal sort of a center, but it is filled with a lot of chess history here because this place is the Max Euwe Plein. Max Euwe has been the only world champion from the Netherlands, and he was a very big figure in the Dutch chess, and so this entire place has been dedicated to him. And this one here, this little statue here is his. So you can see here, that's Max Euwe, and he was born in 1901 and lived until 1981, and he was the world champion from 1935 to 1937. He beat Alekhine and he managed to become the world champion. Now we'll go and check out the museum which is just here, but before that I want to show you what makes this place special is that they have made a few tables. Amruta, should we have a look at them? So here is the table where you can bring your own pieces and you can sit down here and play a game of chess. And this is so nice because you have like the Hard Rock Cafe here, you have the restaurants here, you can just sit, play a game, water is flowing here, and I think it's the perfect environment for chess. Although no one's playing right now, I'm sure if you come to the Netherlands, to Amsterdam, this would be a good place to play. Okay, now we are going to the Max Euwe Museum, and you see it's written number 30A, and it shows on the left. Generally I would hardly go to the museums, you know, like museum history. What do I never used to enjoy museums. I think the same is the case with you, Amruta. But when it's about chess, it's very interesting. So I think this is my first ever chess museum. Amruta, for you as well?
No, we have gone to Russian chess museum. You remember the board pieces, the different types of...
Yes, maybe a few of them, but this one is really very special. So we click here and let's see if... Hello! And the door opens up and we go to the first floor where we have now. I spent some time here already, and all I can say is that I'm thoroughly inspired by this place, and I want to show you why. So first of all, here you can see that as you enter, there's a chess set with really nice big pieces. You can sit here and play chess. And then as you enter this place, you will see pictures adorning the wall. Here you have Ivanchuk, Van Forest, you have Magnus Carlsen, who doesn't look very happy. Here you have Vichy and Kramnik with Wesley, Anish, Adams, Caruana. What a picture. And then you have Prague here, which is very nice. He's also on the walls. And look at this picture. It's Erwin Lamy versus Alexei Shirov. Magnus here in full focus. And some different types of pictures all over here. And here we have Ding, our current world champion, eating something, cooking, I think so, at Norway Chess. Now we are entering the museum. Hi.
Hi.
Do you also play chess?
Yeah, I play a lot.
Yes, what's your name?
Edward.
Edward, what are you doing here?
Playing games, tourists and playing games.
Just for fun, you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
So if you want to play against me,
Okay, first I'll do this video and then
Yeah.
maybe we can play. You will see that there are a few things over here related to Max Euwe which are on display. There are also some very interesting chess sets here, And there's also the Queen's Gambit book and some few books which are put up here. There's also DGT, ChessBase, and different books. And here's something written in the Dutch language, so not very clear to me, but some historical stuff given here. And there's a picture of Vishy Anand. Here he was here at the museum in 2010, and we also have Jordan and Aline Rubers, a very talented Dutch youngster, and these are the winners of the Dutch Championship and the talents of Netherlands. So you know, there's a prize given every year by the Max Euwe Center for that. Okay, now we are in the museum. Here you can see a very nice little thing they've made. They ask you where are you visiting from, and you can take a pin and you can press it in, and I had already put this one from Mumbai, India. And you can see that there have been people from all across the world. In fact, from New Zealand, Australia, you also have from China. Europe is the
maximum is like
maximum from Europe and USA, but also from India, Amruta. There have been few people who've come here. Oh, what is this?
So that's one. No, don't open.
Okay.
It's like one. I'm saying the start is here.
This is the first number here, and oops. And this is the second one. We go to the third one, but Amruta, I think the starting point is that side or this. When in 1926 Euwe was awarded his doctorate in mathematics, it was said he would either get a professorship or become world chess champion. And this is amazing thing about Max Euwe. He was not just a world champion but also a PhD in mathematics. Such a well-learned man. And here we start with the game of chess, the origins. It talks about how chess was originated in 5th century AD as Chaturanga in India. Then it went all across to the west, and from there, you know, it has now reached what we know as the current version of chess. And the entire development of chess has been mentioned here in different ways. If we see, there are different pictures. This is of Philidor here. This is Philip II, and he was the first one who actually made a sort of an international chess event in 1575. I can't believe that, you know, like 450 years ago there was an international chess event. And now here you have already the first sort of people who made chess, who are well-known masters of chess, like Staunton, Anderson. You have Stenitz here, Lasker, Paul Morphy, and then we come here further, and few more things about the history of chess over here. And then from this point onwards starts the young Euwe. Yes, from here is also, this is like what was the history of Dutch chess. So this is the first Dutch champion, national champion. Oland was his name. And then you come here to Max Euwe's history, and he was born in 1901. And you know, as a young kid here, what did he do? And this is, by the way, Marozzi, who later on went on to become his trainer as well. And this is a beautiful sort of piece of history here, because this is exactly the board where Euwe defeated Alekhine. And you have the clock there, and this is the final position, I believe, when he became the world champion. That's the final position. And also over there you see there is a chessboard of Donner, who's the second grandmaster of the Netherlands, which is
Jan Hein Donner.
yes. And here I found something very interesting. This entire thing is dedicated to the 1962 candidates tournament in Curaçao. And here there is a very nice article by Fischer, who's written that the Russians have fixed world chess. And Fischer at that point was only, I think, 19 years old, but he was already beating the Russians, and he was like, no, they are all drawing against each other and they are not letting me become the world champion. And it was very, those emotions captured back in the day.
And there is something very interesting here, Sagar.
Yes.
You can see the score
yes.
sheets and you can guess whose handwriting is this. But here it's written very beautifully that Keres by a long way had the best handwriting, while Fischer, well, have a look for yourself.
Also, Fischer
That's
used
how
to use E4 instead of E4, E5, E4, C5. He used to write PK4, P bishop 4, and so on. And here you have another few very nice elements of chess. You can also see Anish here, one of the magazines, the current Dutch #1. And then Max Euwe became the Dutch champion in around 1920s. And that's when he started playing all the best players in the world at that point. And here are a few pictures of those tournaments back in that period. Here's a very nice place where there are clocks, old clocks, these analog clocks which were used. And very interesting is this one here, because it says that there's some fifth one. It is made up of 2 built-in alarm clocks, a counter, and electrical signal lamp which warned if one player was running out of time. So that's mentioned here. And next we go towards sort of...
Yeah, there's this contract where Alekhine and Euwe.
Yeah, they played the World Championship match. So before that, they signed a contract, and actually in 1930s and so, Euwe was becoming one of the strongest players in the world. So Alekhine challenged him to a match. Euwe was not much interested, I think, because he was also a professor in maths. But then finally, he said yes, and that's how the match started on 28th of May. 1935.
And here we have Euwe's wife. I mean, that's the wedding picture
married.
actually.
Yes, he got married in 1926, I think. No, 26 he got the PhD. And then I think, as soon as he got a PhD, he got married to his wife. Her name was Caro Bergman. And then here I think this was the phase where he started doing really well against different opponents. This is a very nice picture against Rudolf Spielmann here, and some very amazing events. I'm sure chess historians would know that Bad Kissingen tournament, and there is the Karlsbad tournament, very famous events in the history of chess. I also realized that there's something very nice written here, which is said that Euwe in Sumatra, he became highly impressed by the Batak style of play. I don't know what that means, but I think he kind of learned something from there in Sumatra, and that changed his playing style perhaps. And this is now we have to go from here. This we saw the match, and then the match began, and Euwe, look at the match, Amruta. After 7 games, Euwe was down 2-5 against Alekhine, and then he fought back, making it 7.5 each. And then again he went back 8.5, 10.5. Then he struck back 14-12. Then Alekhine recovered, coming back 15-14. It was a 30-game match. And then finally Euwe won, and it was 15-15, and somehow he won the title. I have to sort of read up on that, but he won the title. And here is, you can see all the things which he got, like, he was teaching maths in a girls' college, so they were all so happy. Here is his youngest daughter, his wife over here, and you actually was also one of the main persons involved in the founding of FIDE in 1924, and later on he also became the FIDE president in 1970. We'll come to that. But yeah, very interesting. Did many things in his life. Then there was a rematch where Alekhine managed to beat Euwe and get back his title. Few more things here. I think what was very interesting is that one. I think that one is when he won the title. Yeah, I think that's the certificate of becoming the world champion. And here you can see there are a few more things related to it. A new period in Euwe's life. Now, once he became the world champion, also the World War was very close. And that period, what happened during the World War, is also explained here. Look at this chess piece, it's so beautiful here. And so while you read this, you also have a chance to look at some very interesting stuff. And then there was the next grandmaster from Netherlands who came, who was Donner, and he beat Euwe for the Dutch championship. And then he became the FIDE president. And Amruta, this is a very nice picture here where it shows how the FIDE logo came about. And this is how FIDE's logo currently looks like. And FIDE president in 1970.
Okay. Yep.
And yeah, I think Euwe's work as an author is given here, his great merits, and I think this is the final one here. The Euwe Memorial or the VSB tournament was held, and I think some of the greatest players in the world played it. Here's Garry Kasparov with Timan, and there's also here Garry Kasparov looking at the games of the youngsters. It's actually very interesting that how Euwe sort of contributed so much to the Dutch chess. Like having a super tournament really helps. Nigel Short is here. Maybe this is Euwe's wife here in 1991. Okay, so that was about the museum. Very nice place, and by the way, it's completely free for anyone who wants to come here and see, which is just amazing. This entire place is run on donations. And once you come here, this is the second part of this place, where you have a library and also a place where people can sit and play chess, read books. You can see that people are reading books. We have hello.
Hello.
Can you tell our viewers your name?
Hi, I'm Melinda.
Melinda, what do you do here?
I'm volunteering for the Chess Museum.
So you are here every day?
No, I only here on Saturday because I work, and usually other volunteers from the Chess Museum are here for showing around and and just playing, having fun, read some books, try to get out of a pin. Or
So every day there's a new volunteer who is here, who does what you are doing today.
Yes.
Wow.
So it has a base of volunteers, and who has time that comes here around 12 till 4 p.m. So yeah.
So everyone loves chess basically who are volunteering here.
Yes,
That's
I'm
very
definitely
important.
Sure, yes.
Very cool. And so here there are a few books which people can buy, but also the Max Euwe Museum has very good books as a library. You know, you can see here, these are the library books, and people can get these books, take one of them, sit there, read, practice. It's very cool. And by the way, here's a picture of Anish, very nicely, prominently
How is
positioned.
Anish everywhere?
And Amruta, did you
Oh,
see?
and this clock is so beautiful.
Yeah.
And then there is this stamp, right, Sagar?
That's Max Euwe's stamp there.
Wow.
And there's also here the magazines, different magazines of different publishers. Like this is from Germany, this is New in Chess, all of them here so people can read them. And let's go here. There's also a very big chess set here which people can play, and there are also many books. We also have another volunteer. Hi.
Hi, hello.
Your name is Martin?
Martin, hello.
Martin, are you a strong player?
Well, around 1800. So,
1800.
Yeah.
And you are volunteering here as on every Saturday, or
Yeah,
how
Saturday
often
is
do you?
my
Saturday.
it's my day of management. So.
And what do you do here?
Well, I sell the chess books,
Okay.
and I give some information about Max Euwe Centrum. I do a tour, and help the people around.
Okay. And otherwise, what do you do apart from when you are not here? Do you do something else? on
Oh
the
yeah,
other days?
I work in Utrecht.
In Utrecht.
Yeah, the province. I'm doing the archive work.
Brilliant, brilliant. This is a wonderful place.
Yeah, thank you.
And you can see there's Capablanca there, some chess paintings, but Amruta, there's something truly amazing here. These are some books which these are some of the oldest books out there. Like, for example, I was just looking at one of the books. This book is from 1819, so that's 204 years ago. And it has some brilliant books here. You can see like this is by Philidor. So many amazing books. There's very little ones here. Look at this. When you know, they used to put up chess pieces in many different ways. So it also shows how chess literature develops here. There's a book by Alekhine Euwe Match of 1935. Some of the games have been analyzed, I think, in this by Alekhine himself and Euwe as well. And here you can see a very latest book of Euwe, which is published, I think, very recently by Timman, by New in Chess, and written by Timman. So you have like books which are 250 years old, and also the most latest one. Look at this very nice one. Maybe it shows the AI and chess. And here is a place where, you know, the visitors also can have some drinks, and it's like a small little cafe here. We also have here, hi.
Hi,
Can you tell us your name?
I'm Arno.
Arnold.
Arno, yeah,
Arno.
I'm the bookkeeper here.
Arno, you are the bookkeeper since many years here.
For many years, maybe too long, for 20 years or so.
20 years.
Yeah, but it's only, let's say, 2 hours a week for me, so...
2 hours a week.
Yeah,
so you also come on Saturdays.
It's not a job, I'm just a volunteer here.
And you also like chess?
Oh yes, I'm a FIDE master myself, so I play quite often.
Wow, wow. And what would you say makes this place very special according to you? For you know, you've been here for more than 2 decades. I mean, it's just amazing.
Maybe it's the only center in the world that's fully dedicated to the legacy of a world champion. I'm not sure it's true, but maybe it is.
To keep up such a huge museum and also a book sort of a library and a place to play requires funds. How is this place funded? Because it's free of cost for everyone who comes here.
Yeah, it's funded mostly by public donations. We also have sponsors, so it's public money usually, money from people. We don't have government money. We don't do really commercial stuff.
So some come through the sale of some books or some merchandise, but that's not much.
Yeah, but that's not much. But we do get legacies sometimes from books, and we try to sell those books. Yeah.
And also the Dutch Federation is supportive, yes?
Yeah, but it's true. All the members of the Dutch Chess Federation, they pay, let's say, €1 per year for the Max Euwe Centrum.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Yes.
And according to you, what has been like Max Euwe's contribution to Dutch chess? Has it been massive?
Yeah, it's massive because it's in a time where not many chess books were written. He wrote many books. He taught chess to the whole country.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you know a book, Oordeel and Plan. It's quite, I think it's a famous book of it.
Right. And also I think everyone had one book of chess in their homes back in the day when you was the world champion, yes? So that really helped to spread chess in the Netherlands, yeah. Well, so this was the Max Euwe Museum, beautiful place, fully dedicated to chess, and I think for every chess lover who is planning a visit to Amsterdam or to the Netherlands, this is a must visit.
You want to play against? Because
Yeah, we can play with time. Do you have a plan?
never. I want. Oh, sorry.